Curious George and the Firefighters. This is George. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. Today, George and his friend, the man with the yellow hat, joined Mrs. Gray and her class, this is Mrs. Gray and her class, on their field trip to the fire station. So Mrs. Gray and her class is going to the fire station for an outing, and George is going to join them. The fire chief, this is the fire chief, was waiting for them right next to a big red fire engine. "Welcome," he said, and he led everyone upstairs to begin their tour. So the fire chief is going to bring them for a tour. They're going to look around the fire station. There was a kitchen with a big table, and there were snacks for everyone, snacks, apples. The fire chief told them all about being a firefighter. George tried hard to pay attention, but there were so many things for a little monkey to explore. So George found it very hard to pay attention. He couldn't pay attention anymore because there are so many things he wants to see. Like that shiny brass pole in the corner. He wants to explore the shiny brass pole in that corner. Where did that pole go? George was curious. Why? It went back downstairs. So George is sliding down the pole. There was the great big fire engine. There was a map of the city. This is the map, okay? And there was a whole wall full of coats. These are coats and hats and big black boots. George had an idea. First, he stepped into a pair of boots. Next, he picked out a helmet. And finally, George put on a jacket. He was a firefighter. Suddenly, bring! The alarm rang, the siren went. The firefighters all rushed in. "This is not my helmet," said one. "My boots are too big," said another. "Hurry, hurry," called the fire chief. A bright red light on the map of the city told him just where the fire was. So this place had fire, okay? There was no time to waste. One by one, the firefighters jumped into the fire engine. And so did George. So George decided to follow them too. The fire engine with all the firefighters sped out of the fire engine. And so did George. The siren screamed, and the lights flashed. The engine turned right, then it turned left. Woo, 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 went the horn, and George held on tight. And just like that, the fire engine and all the firefighters pulled up to a pizza parlor on Main Street. So they stopped at pizza parlor. Oh, is this pizza parlor? Look, there's smoke coming out from this pizza parlor. This one is the place that has fire. Smoke was coming out of a window in the back, and a crowd was gathering in the street. "Thank goodness you're here," cried the cook. This is the cook. "Oh, thank God the fire engine is here." The firefighters rushed off the truck and started unwinding their hose. They knew just what to do, and George was ready to help. He climbed up on the hose reel. So George also wants to help the firefighters. One of the firefighters saw George trying to help, and he took George by the arm and led him out of the way. "A fire is no place for a monkey," he said to George. "You stay here where it's safe." George felt terrible. So the firefighter told George, "You are not allowed to go near the fire." George sat on the bench and looked around. Next to him on the ground was a bucket full of balls. Okay? George reached in and took one out. It fitted in his hand just right, like the apple he had for a snack. A little girl was watching George. He tried to give her the ball. George tried to give the little girl the ball, but she was too frightened. The little girl's too frightened of the fire, so she's cuddling next to her mother. George took another ball and another. Look, a boy said, that monkey is juggling. The boy took a ball and tossed it to George, but it went too high. George climbed up onto the fire engine to get it. Now George had 4 balls to juggle. He threw the balls higher and higher. He juggled with his hands, he juggled with his feet. He could do all kinds of tricks. The boy threw another ball to George. George threw a ball back to the boy. The little girl reached down and picked up a ball too. Soon all the children were throwing and catching back and forth. The fire chief came to tell everyone that the fire was out. Okay, the firefighters managed to put out the fire. Just then, the little girl laughed. Remember the little girl that was scared? She laughed and said, "Look, Mommy, a fire monkey. This is a fire monkey." "Hey," called the fire chief, "what are you doing up there?" "What a wonderful idea," the little girl's mother said to the fire chief, "bringing this brave little monkey to help children when they are frightened." So the mother thanked the fire chief for bringing George over to cheer up her little girl because she was scared. "Oh," the fire chief said, "well, thank you." Before long, the fire engine was back at the fire station where a familiar voice called George. It was the man with the yellow hat. This little monkey had quite an adventure. That means this little monkey had a very exciting day, said one of the firefighters. "Is everyone all right?" asked Mrs. Gray. "Yes, it was just a small fire," said the fire chief, "and George was a big help." Why was he a big help? Because he managed to cheer up all the children who were scared, right? Now the field trip was coming to an end. But there was one more treat in store. There's one more thing they could do before they go. All the children got to take a ride around the neighborhood on the shiny red fire engine, and they each got their own very own fire helmet. Even George, so they each got a helmet, and it was just the right size for a brave little monkey. The end.